I'm one of those people, and I've done it. And of course, this particular syndrome is going to take a hold of some of us from now till about the end of January. But it's Friday, the 3rd of January 2025, the brand new year 2025 that we are so lucky to be part of. And we have so many expectations, we have so many goals, we have so many things that we hope that this year will bring forward. All right, my name is Mavis Atudume. Don't forget to join us live on YouTube this morning on High Voltage News. Please like, subscribe, and also share with your friends and family. Also, you can call live into the studio to drop your contributions, analysis, and ideas over the headlines that we are reviewing this morning. You have to call the studio phone lines 0706 048 5853. Also call 0915 570 8347 to be a part of the program. You can also send us a text message on any of those lines. You can also send a WhatsApp message to either of those lines as well. All right, let's move straight to the newspapers this morning. Let's see what's new on the stories making major news this morning in the country. Okay, so we are having a little bit of delay with the network this morning. These pages were already opened before now, but you know how these things can be. All right, let's see what we can grab up of the Punch newspaper this morning. All right, subsidy gains. Labour scores governors low as allocations rise by 1.7 trillion naira. All right, let's take that again. Labour scores governors low as allocation rise by 1.7 trillion naira. By that you mean they are not able to honor the arrangement and agreement that you people had in the month of May 2024. No governor can take insults I have received from Wike's camp, says Sim Fubara of Rivers State. All right, telcos propose 100% tariff hike, await NCC nod. I told you about this proposed tariff hike, which they started working on from 2024, and apparently everybody's quiet and they want to propose 100% tariff hike. Perhaps we might probably leave them to their networks. I don't know, but is anybody going to say anything about 100% tariff hike, or on what are the bases for such hikes? What are the bases for such hikes? You people have so disregarded us that nobody even cares anymore. These companies can come up with these hikes, and of course you're overtaxing them as well. So because they need to pay you tax, now they are overtaxing us too. They're making us pay extra for what we should get for average or minimum. Now you're making us pay double extra for every single thing. You see how you're slowly taking life away from the Nigerian people. You are doing it, chipping away slowly but surely. You're chipping away life from people. Data that we all buy, we all try to keep ourselves informed with. I don't know, maybe this is even some arrangement so that some of us cannot probably have access to the internet anymore. Perhaps this is some punishment for uh, being too probably vocal over the internet. Hence, NCC is quickly going to nod, because I mean, they usually nod fast when the situations look like this. Well, moving on, APC kicks as Obi warns Tinubu against foreign medical trips. Look at that. Okay. What are they kicking against? Obi warns Tinubu against foreign medical trips. Okay. Is he supposed to? How many other presidents have to go get treatments for every headache they have to fly out of the country to get treated? Where does that ever happen? What happened to private doctors? What happened to personal doctors, people who were supposed to care for him because he's entitled to that? But his medical team prefers to take him out the country for every single attention he may require. So, I mean, it's worth discussing. It's worth talking about. I don't know. Why are they kicking Obi for saying it? We have been saying it for a while. Why don't you manage with Nigerian people whom you've asked to manage from the very first day of your administration? Why don't you manage with us and stay here and have them look after you here? Why don't you manage like the rest of us and mitigate resources and remain here when you are sick or when you require medical attention? Why does the management tactic only have to work for the Nigerian people? You get the best of everything. You get the new yacht, you get the renovated residence, you get the new jets, new cars, bulletproof, the best things in the world. You can have that. You can have the best medical care. But the Nigerian people have to be patient so that they can eat. You tell the Nigerian people to hang on and chill out a little bit so that your reforms can take, they can take effect before we can feed our children, pay their fees, take care of them, and our money can have value. But every of your problems, every of your personal needs are met to the highest standards. This management and this managerial system you want to teach us, and this praying ourselves out of problems, you don't need to practice it, dear Mr. President. It's very funny to see, but it is what it is. We will manage. I mean, your friends are packing up their Rolls Royce and picking up Honda cars, and this is an achievement for your government. So it makes a lot of sense when you tell us things like this. Hey, what do we know? Drunk Zimbabwean policeman frees 13 suspects to celebrate New Year. You would think, what a very kind, drunk Zambian policeman. I don't know. African security agents, the stories that are coming out from here is rather ridiculous, right? Can we be a little more serious with the way we conduct ourselves here? These stories are not, they don't look good. For a continent who is trying to gain some respect amongst the global space, for people who are trying to reclaim themselves and make a mark in the world, we can't keep coming up with these things. We're not helping the situation. We must know that. All right? Let's see what else we can grab. Okay, OT, that's Governor OT, bans school levies, approves monthly allowance for principals. 100%. I agree. I approve. Thank you, Governor OT. Anything you do for these teachers cannot be, it can't be too much. The teachers in this country, they've had very terrible experience with government, especially the teachers in Abia State. My goodness, if you have any relatives in Abia State in the past, let's say 5 years, if they told you their story with the past governments of Abia State and the horrors they have gone through in that particular state with their governors and not paying them salaries and owing them and treating them like crap. You must give kudos to Governor Uti for doing this. This is amazing. This is amazing. Perfect news. Beautiful stuff. Do this. Please take it down to the principals in the primary school. Do something for these teachers. We're not paying them enough. We're not doing enough. We must understand that we're not. You people are not giving education attention in this country at all. You know it. What you're doing is the bare minimum. The barest minimum is what you're doing. So please, whatever you can do for these teachers in the primary schools, in the secondary schools, take it down to the ones dealing with our tender babies. Please take care of these people. They are basic. They are basic for a community's development. We've seen this over the years. We're all standing. We're all doing whatever magic we're doing now because these women and these men took their time to instill knowledge. Despite it being a job, you can tell that that job is not everybody's job. That job is the job of God. That's the work of God right there. I'm talking about those of you who are doing it from the very depths of your heart. You love what you're doing. You do a good job with our children. I'm wishing you all the best this morning. God bless you all. All right. So kudos to Governor Oti for banning these school levies. You can afford to do that. All you state governors, you can afford it. You can afford it. It's not, it couldn't cost a party, just one party that you can do. Like you do a get together for your friends and for your associates or whatever it is that you people do when you do it. I'm just saying, when you do things like this, you know it doesn't really take anything away from you. It's not all of that. And you can do these things and you can make them a standard and they can be a thing. They can be a part of this system that can be trusted, that can be depended on. You know what I'm saying? A part of the system that we can depend on, and people can say, "Oh, at least that play that side of the system works." Oh, they don't play with the basic education system. All the governors they pay. Can we say things about you people that are certain? Can we be sure of certain things with you people? Can we vouch for you people on certain things? Can we trust you? These are the kinds of things we want to see. We want to see you put common sense into it. We want to see you care for the people directly. Infrastructure is good. Development is good. Beautification is fantastic. But we want to see you directly affect these lives that you want to build these infrastructures for. You want to create this development and employment for. We want you to act like you want them to leave first. That's what I want government in Nigeria to imbibe. That's what I want to see the government do. Let the people become priority for once. Let it be a thing. You can run around and do what you need to do, but can you consider the Nigerian people first in your decisions? That is probably the honors of our conversation this morning. The phone lines are officially open. You can react to any of these headlines. You can react to any of these stories. Analysis, contributions, ideas are welcome. Please keep your comments simple, civil, and clean so we don't break any rules while we're having these conversations. 0706 048 5853. You can also call 0915 570 8347 to be a part of the program this morning. All right, let's see what else we can grab. That was on the Punch this morning. Let's see if the Vanguard is ready for us now. Federal government's deficit spending rises 28% to 12.1 trillion naira. Okay, all right, this is news. That's what you've been doing all year. The past year was it was monies. I've run out of numbers. I'm out of numbers. The amount of monies and numbers that flew through my head in the year 2024, it was just too many. And these monies, we can't see them. The country is flat broke completely. Nothing is working. The roads are empty. People are parking their cars and trying other means. People are dropping their vehicles and picking up smaller cars. We're happy with this development. Nigerians can't feed. We're having stampedes at food parties. The society is completely having a deterioration tour, and everybody is cool. The government says it's cool because this is their expected effect of their reforms, and they claim these effects will somehow transform into prosperity in a few years. I don't know, there's no time frame, but they said to pray. Their wives are organizing these prayer sessions across the country. Their children are going around distributing rice everywhere. There's prayers coming, advice for prayers organized by different religious sects for across board. So I don't know. we're combining prayer and something that's obviously not making sense. We're putting them together, and the delusion is so marvelous. You can't even believe how deeply it goes. Right? You can feed yourself and you don't have a job. There's so many things that are wrong with this system, but hey, if you're able to pray yourself, if you can pray hard enough, then it can get better. But then when they need to go abroad to get medical treatment, and when they need their yacht, and when they need their private jets, and they need their bulletproof cars, 300% salary and allowance increase, they don't pray about these things. They don't have to. But when they do a price hike and the food in the market goes berserk, the price and cost of everything goes crazy, and now that's when you need prayer. Yes, that's when you need it. You need to pray hard. You're going to need this prayer now. Now that you can't pay your kids' school fees, it's in about a couple of weeks. Now that your eyes are open and you can't seem to feed your children, you can't take them to a hospital, you can't take care of your problems. Now you need to pray. But when we need stuff, when we need to stop reforms from taking place, when we need to do the things that make our personal, when we need to satisfy our personal goals and take care of our personal needs, then we don't require prayer, then we require action. Then we go to court, we put up a fight, we stage a protest. That's the point. But when you ask for answers, when you ask why, they find you quickly, fast. But you can be in the kidnappers den for a month, 2 months, 3 months. It's not that deep. But the moment you raise a placard and you say something and you complain, we will find you 24 hours flat, quickly. It don't matter where you are. We'll extradite you back here. How dare you? We fight you on social media. How dare you? How dare you speak against our system? How dare you speak? How dare you talk about what we do? Because I mean, we tell you that we do it. I read reports here. I've been reading these reports for the past 3 years on air. So I read these things. It's okay if you say that you've done them. It's okay if you report them back to the media, but it's bad if I say it. And now I am defaming you. But you have evidence of your actions, right? When someone else tries to, it's a problem. How dare they defame you? What do you mean defame you? Who goes across the stories that comes out of the Supreme Court in Nigeria and thinks, oh, this is a standard? And God forbid, Dele Farotimi says, oh, the Supreme Court is corrupt. And now that's a problem. Do you understand? Do we understand ourselves here? This is the questions we should ask. Oh, so governor defies the Supreme Court. So person defies the Supreme Court. This person, they failed to carry out what the court has said. Oh, no, you say these things yourselves. You put them out in the news. You communicate them back in the media. And the day someone says, the judiciary is corrupt, the justice system is losing its degree in Nigeria, oh, then it's defamation. What do you mean it's defamation? You're stating out these things. You're turning out these reforms. They are not working. We're watching it. Everybody's going down. The country is shutting down. God forbid someone says it. What's the problem? Do you want us to completely go under before you think something ought to be done? It's these things. They're just not fair. They're just not fair. Anyways, let's see if we can grab a few other stories before we try story channels this morning. Rivers elders demand apology from Wike for insulting Odili. This is not a family problem, you understand? So if you've been following the story, this one is kind of fun. Yeah, he should do that. It's an umunna So they've taken it down to the Umuna. So now he has to come and apologize, brother, for insulting him. So that goes that goes politics. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's just not funny at all. All right, let's move forward. 2027, we've not agreed on merger with any political party, says Peter Obi. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theory. They're pairing him up with any life in the country. But he's been screaming on the top of his voice since yesterday that he is not in collaborations with anybody just yet. So please be sure that your information is verified. All right. Ex-federal worker. Okay, ex-federal works. Okay, that story, it's not okay. It's not okay. I'm gonna skip that for discretion. Okay, federal government's deficit spending rises 28% to 12.1 trillion naira. I've read you that story. It was on the Punch newspaper. We but this is the Vanguard now, and it's here once again. Anybody surprised that our spending is risen 28%? I don't know what's so shocking about that. A lot of bad money decisions were made in the year 2024. I don't see why everybody would expect different results. Is. I only hope the plans for 2025 are quite different. I hope we don't intend to repeat ourselves again in 2025, which is what we've tend to do as a country over the years. We've tend to repeat ourselves over and over again. It's getting tiring and exhausting even. All right, let's see what else we can grab. Tinubu's refusal to honor Sheyi's pact with us is disappointing. Nnamdi Kanu's family is in the news this morning. All right, NMPC invites. I like this. I like this very well. I like this. I'd like for him to go check it out. All right. I have a few other people at the top of my head that I think that they should also ask them to go check it out so that we can be sure that these refineries are indeed functional. You know, I would like that. I'd like that. If I'm to nominate, I have like three more people that I would like to put in the entourage and have them go check out these refineries. And when they come out and say it's functional, I would believe them completely that they are functional and that we can depend on their judgment. But the former president Obasanjo is good enough. We can start with that. All right, let's see what else we can grab. Rivers elders demand apology from Wiki. I told you that before. Okay, social affairs badly hit at this time. Have you seen family in Nigeria? People who are in the high places sat down for a moment to think about people who have families in this country. Must be like to be them at a time like this. That's what I mean. Taking away empathy, our political system. You have taken away uh, people, people-mindedness from yourselves. You have completely locked up your hearts against the people. So now you have no idea what it's like to be normal, to be self in the shoes is in Nigeria. Then you would know that this government is not doing fantastic at all. If you think about it for a moment, if you can go into a place of truth and take away all your privileges and all your powers, if you can take out all of that and think of it like a normal person for a single moment, you'd realize that you people have dealt Nigerians a very terrible hand. The family system is going to be badly affected by the very bad political decisions that are being made in this country every other single day. This is the result. The family system will be collapsing going forward. You will expect that with the pressure mounted on parents to provide, especially fathers and other people who are solely responsible for catering for these families, you are creating a lot of chaos in the society with the unemployment that is so low, it's unbelievable. And then you're lying about all of these things, and then you're making the people look like they don't even understand what is going on. So you have people losing mentally in the country. And of course, with all of that mental deterioration, you can expect relationships to begin to suffer from all of this destabilization. You are destabilizing Nigerians from every angle. You're chipping away their self-esteem, you're chipping away confidence, you're chipping away hope. You're chipping away self-respect from Nigerians because people are putting themselves in conditions that ordinarily they would not. People are breaking values. People are breaking trust. People are going out of their way to be bad. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if you people are thinking at all. You're putting Nigerians in a corner, in a very terrible corner. It's shameful. Nobody is thinking about it. Of course, divorce rates are high. Divorce rates are high. Absolutely. Families are breaking up by their numbers. And we all know why, except we don't want to be honest about it. Let's keep moving forward. El Rufai, I storm Kaduna, visits ex-commissioner in prison. He has been very active recently, trying to resurface. Of course, everybody is hopefully looking forward to 2027 already. So while Nigerians are trying to adjust to 2023, and they are looking forward to 2027. So keep thinking. Tax reforms, Nigerians not sufficiently educated before introduction, says Ojuzo Kalu. He is always trying to play peacemaker. Over what? I don't know. Let's look at their daily post. Sometimes they do have the gist, the way I like it. All right, let's move. New Year Eve. Oh, another one. I'm not going to take this story. Discretion. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. MTN Nigeria to increase call and data tariffs by 100%. Yay! Congratulations and Happy New Year from your favorite network distributor. Okay, let's continue to move forward. Gunmen attack Kajuna community and destroy properties. Okay, the governors in the north, I don't know what their jobs, I don't know what their jobs are over there, but they seem to be having this gunmen, bandit, terrorist attack so often. It's almost normal around there. You wonder if these are just headlines or people really do live in these communities. At this rate, are there people still living in the north? It's confusing because it doesn't bother them. They are just busy worried about tax reform bills and swearing and cursing and threatening government for the tax reform bills, but they don't seem to be agitated when it comes to these community attacks and kidnaps and bandit activities. They're not so worried about it. It only comes up when they need to make arguments. At least this is my observation. They only talk about these attacks when they need to make an argument about how unsafe and how poor and hungry they are over there at the north. But you keep wondering at the rate at which these attacks are happening in the north. Is anybody still living there? Are there people still living in the north? And if so, why is this not priority in this country? Why don't we want these people to just leave these places alone? Why can't we get them out of here? Except we're saying some other things that are difficult to understand, but it's quite clear. You would think that we would, face business and get these people out of our way. Anyway, NIPAM to return trafficked 28-year-old lady from Iraq. That is good. Kaduna, the second Port Harcourt refinery, is undergoing total overhaul, says the NNPCL. So, okay, so they agree it's all in full form. Okay, so while all of these refineries are coming back up and everything is good, I'm just wondering, is there any way in any of the conversations where you all are trying to bring down the price of petroleum, or you just want to leave it here forever? That's a question I'm trying to. That's a question I'm trying to. But it seems like this is what it's going to be. You don't intend to bring down the price of this product. You like it here. You seem comfortable with where it is. Okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. I've never seen that in my adult life. Road survival on the food stampedes. Yeah, that was a very shameful thing happened in this country last year. And the fact nobody is trying to do anything or try to do anything about that situation is a shame on the part of all of us. Yeah, it's crazy. Why something like that happens here and we're all silent? Nobody said anything. Nobody nobody did anything. Nothing. Just blame it on Nigerians and greed. Blame it on poor arrangement or poor planning, and just sweep it right under the carpet. Something as huge as stampede in all three areas. It happened in Anambra State, it happened in Ibadan, it happened in Abuja. It was general. It was openly general. Everybody could see. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Greetings to you.
Yeah, very happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. Your name and location, please.
Yeah, my name is Victor calling from Siklo.
You're welcome, Victor.
The only thing I have to say is that I wonder how this government is going to fight insecurity when people are hungry. That's the only thing I can say because if you are telling me we are fighting insecurity in the country and people are hungry and
Mm-hmm.
people have jobs, people are dying on stampede because of hunger. I
Mm.
don't know how other countries are even watching Nigeria. So this video that we are seeing going viral in Nigeria here is also going viral all over the country.
I know.
So people see Nigeria, the perception, see Nigeria as another country like hungry people. And I can remember a time where Ukraine that is fighting war with Russia, supplying grain to Nigeria. That's the level of where Nigeria can find themselves. So the question I'm going to go to them is that I don't know how they are fighting insecurity when people are hungry. That's the only
Mm.
thing I have to say. Come on.
Good morning. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for calling. How do they fight insecurity if people are hungry? Okay, so I used to ask that question, but but there's a connection. All right. If you notice, they are running these farmers out of the farms. They are running farmers out of their farms like on a regular. They are burning farms, acres of food. They're burning them to the ground. So if they're burning down farms and harassing farmers and farmers can get to the farms, how do we get food to tackle hunger? Good morning.
Hello, maybe good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. Good morning.
The master calling from Enugu.
I greet you.
Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. 2027, people are singing about 2027. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's part of everything. My
Mm-hmm.
worry is that the opposition seem not to be very serious about letting power from the political party in power.
I
Not
agree.
be very serious. Yeah, I'm telling you honestly, they are paying lip service to it. If you look at the political parties, the one championed among Bazo, Atiku, and Obi, the parties are not even cohesive enough to form a to form a front individually. They don't want to come collectively to form a common front as well. If you look at it that way, discover that if you look at Nigerian politics, discover that you cannot just unseat the power, the political party in power 2 months, 3 months, or even 1 year to the election without preparing adequately.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not seeing that happening. Yeah, I'm scared about it. And I was asking a question. The question I asked in 2023 general election. The question is, the other political parties, were they interested in unseating the incumbent party in power or ascending to the presidency? These are two different things
Mm-hmm.
altogether.
Mm-hmm.
They are two different things. They are two different things. Moving the political party in power and getting the power as the president. They are two different scenarios. The political party should sit down and understand the one they are portraying, and that will give us a good fight
Mhm.
for the against the general election. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much, V. Martins. Thank you for that lovely contribution. I like it a lot. I've often said it here. I do not think that the opposition party are living up to the name at all. The opposition parties we have in Nigeria, they seem to have a different arrangement than what we've seen. All right, because I remember the APC now, the now ruling party. I remember them as oppositions. They were brutal. They were brutal. I remember when the APC were oppositions to the PDP, when the PDP were in power. Oh my goodness. They would not let them catch a break. The APC marched them foot on. You know, they would cross check and attack. They were there. And they were so good at it. They got them out of government. They kicked them out of government. They were so good at it, they infiltrated the party that even now, the PDP is still struggling from the sabotage strongholds that APC still has in the PDP. It's unbelievable that the APC is running the country with a PDP top man as FCT minister and right-hand man to the APC government. Until today, the PDP has not recovered from that twat between the APC and the PDP in the person of Wike. And even today, the whole country can see that the PDP is fast losing its position as an opposition party in this country with any integrity at all. As they've refused to do the inside job and do a house cleaning and tell Nigerians what it is and where it is that they stand politically, because so far we can't count on them. And so far, the APC are taking all of their states, very actively so. And that is what a party that means business should do. I mean, that's the game. So except the PDP is completely done, but so far they are not doing so good. Now the Labour Party has its struggles with factions coming out of factions coming out of factions. So, I mean, how can you have a unified front with that kind of disorganization? You see the problem. So I don't know if they are going to come together or there'll be new parties. I think 2027 will be very interesting to see. We will have a few surprises here and there, but not too much if you've been around a little while. But hey, 2027 has some interesting pegs to it that we have to look out for, because we would like to see what these parties would eventually become. Would they continue on the trajectory that they have now, or would there be changes? Would there be mergers? Who would merge with who? Would there be new parties? How far can they go? Labour Party was one of the surprises of 2023. It wasn't such a new party, but that level of public awareness and acceptance was almost mind-blowing, and the rate of success for a brand new party that was just seeing limelight for the first time in the country, it was an amazing outing for the Labour Party this the former election. So now we'll see. Let's see what happens in 2027. Will some people get their mojo back? Would some people get back into the game? Would some people be sent out of the parties? Will people be kicked out? Will there be consequences? There's so much to look forward to in the coming election. Now, unlike most Nigerians, the politicians are closer to the 2027 general elections than we might be. So as much as they are planning and looking towards it, Nigerian, that's the electorate, should also have their eyes open and be watching out for these individuals and see what it is that they are doing and how they intend to do it. The APC has sworn to take over the remaining states that other parties are running. And from what we've seen from elections, from states that didn't participate from the last general elections, they are doing it. So there's a lot to look forward to. How about Anambra? How about, there's a lot to look forward to in 2025. Good morning.
Good morning, Mavis. How are you doing?
Greetings. Happy New Year's.
Yeah, I wish you the best, my dear.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this year will be a very memorable year and a very successful year for us. This
Amen.
year we are going to give our testimonies in Jesus' name.
Amen.
My name is Amos Chuku. I'm reaching you from Izago, initial local government area of Ebonyi State.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you know my worry. My worry is that the people of this country have emasculated. Yes.
Explain it to me, please.
The level of poverty has made everybody to be vulnerable.
I agree.
That is why these things are happening in Nigeria. Because who plays the piper dictates the tune.
Mm-hmm.
The political class, have made this country vulnerable. To the extent that they have the free ride. You understand me?
I'm right here with you.
I'm also saying that this country is heading towards the totalitarianism. Do you know what I call totalitarianism?
I'm here with you, but you can explain for everyone to understand.
Totalitarianism is where you have a one-party system in a country. Because this current administration, they are back to opposition. And that is why if somebody criticizes the policy of the government, they can't hate on that person.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw what happened last year, because we are now in 2025.
Oh yes, this is 2025.
Yes, you saw what happened to Telefaro to me.
Showumi, and as well. Mm-hmm.
Because he exposed the wrong in the judiciary alone. Only judiciary. I must tell you that the whole in all Nigeria's affairs, there are endemic corruptions. In all Nigerian sectors, there are endemic corruptions there. So I must tell you that the way things are going, there's hopelessness in the system. I must tell you. Okay, now you saw you heard P2P. It's just an advice, but APC have come here. Heavily on P2P, saying that he's trying to score a cheap political point.
Of course.
Of his address. That the P2P is in touch with the reality. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we are talking about. So Nigerians masses, if you can get it right, I must say that we should stop being blindfolded by those in authority. All this money, this peanuts that we collect from them, that will make us to mortgage our future. So it's a high time that we, the masses, should learn, irrespective of where we come from. Because this country has militarized a lot. If you can exclude the bitterness and the ethnic rivalry in this country, and they take this country as our collective project.
Mm-hmm.
I must tell you that we are going to conquer these few people that are in authority, because they are in the minority. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. So we, the masses, we should do something about it. If we want to recover Nigeria from those people that are messing Nigeria up. Thank you, my dear. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Amos. Do have a good day as well. God bless you. Thank you so much for calling. You can still be a part of the conversation. You can join us live on YouTube. It's High Voltage News. Please like, subscribe, and share. And you can also call into the studio to share your thoughts with us. 0706 048 5853. Also call 0915 570 8347. The way that we have been treated has not been the best. We could be so much better. We could do so much better as a nation, as a people. As a functional state, we can do so much more. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, myself.
I greet you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's to you. Your name and location, please.
Reverend Igwe John from Oju in Benue State.
You're welcome, Igwe.
I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start.
You can start anywhere.
The only area I will start is all of us, we saw what carried out during our brother Johnston. Then the present government, led by Ahmed Tinubu, ruled, do all he could to make sure that power will be taken away from him, and he succeeded. Then I was having in Lagos then.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, if you see the number of masses that came out with broom,
We all saw.
we
We
that
all
day,
saw.
I said, wow. So are they going to sweep us away, or are they going to sweep us in? I believe the leader succeeded. I swept them out of the office with many allegations, which the man accepted with a good faith. So I want advice today. This my brother that just said something now. What he say, I want to pick is that the people in authority are minority.
Okay.
We are the majority. A country, if this country, if our vote is going to be counted, we are the leader. We have the right to elect the parent. We say this is our choice. If our vote will be counted. Now, I want to advise those in opposition today. Let the country unite. Tinubu did it, he succeeds. Let them unite. And try to educate the masses and tell them why they were good. And I believe we are going to follow them. For us to continue with this type of administration in this country, my daughter, my sister, my dear, I don't know where we are. I don't know. But I believe if they unite, just like Tinubu, that day, I can't forget it. I was still having in Lagos. I saw what happened. Let the opponent today unite together and carry the matters along. They're going to defeat them. God bless you.
God bless you too, Igwe. Thank you for calling High Voltage this morning. I really appreciate your ideas. That was a very good advice, and believe me, I stand by what you've said about educating the electorate, because the people need to know what it is that they are even asking of these people. Because when you talk to most Nigerians during elections, you find out they don't even know why they need to elect these people in the first place. They don't know what they are expected of these people. They don't know what they want these people to do for them. Now all they heard is that, they need to elect. They are doing elections, they are sharing rice, they are sharing. But we really need to educate the general public about how important they are in the scheme of things. And that these people that they are giving their mandate to, they are supposed to have expectations of them. Those people are supposed to be accountable to them. That is what we should do. The political parties should take electoral education seriously. Get into the public, mobilize people, and get the general public aware. Except you don't want them to know the power that they have. But hey, we will do our best to educate the electorate on what they should know, on what they should expect of you, and what you are required to give them back when they have given you their mandate. And I think this is what I will be championing in the next election, about talking to the people, educating them on how they should carry on how they should respect themselves, have integrity, have a sense of self and purpose, which is what will prevent you and your 2 cups of rice from getting access, you and your 5,000 naira from buying the future of the Nigerian people. that is what we should also try to put our investment in. I want to thank everyone who's called the program this morning. I really, truly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. If we couldn't take your calls today, apologies. But you can continue the conversation on our YouTube page. It's High Voltage News. Please like, subscribe, and share. You'll be doing me a very big favor. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next week, Monday. It's Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. till 10. My name is Mavis Atudume. Try to have a very good day ahead of you. Good morning.